sir. We live, we back, man. Welcome back to the Golden Goose DFS show. If you don't know, I'm your host, man, Chandler Blakely, aka Goose. We are the leaders in single entry 3 max and 20 max content, alright? So thank you for tuning in, man. I appreciate you. This is one of the best spots you can be in if you playing NBA DFS, alright? So trust me, you want to be subscribed. You want to have your notification bell on so you know when the content drops. Also, do me one small favor. You know I hate to ask, but you gotta do it. Let me get that like button tapped by each and every one of you in the sound of my voice, man. Let's get this above 100 likes, please, and thank you. Thank you for your generosity. Hope y'all had a great weekend. Let's give you what you came for, all right? On this Monday, man, we got a 7-game slate. They dropped the late game there, so 7-game slate over here on DK. As usual, man, you know, I don't got to give you the same spiel, but plenty of injury news, questionable tags. You're going to have to watch and pay attention to who's in and who's out. You know, it's probably going to affect the starting five that I give you here, but we give you the starting five as we see the slate right now with the news we have. So let's jump right into it and give you what you came for. Like I said, at the top, point guard, man, Emmanuel Quickly, 6,800 here. Just been playing very solid for this Toronto Raptors team here. I love the matchup against the Memphis Grizzlies, man. If you've been under a rock, man, if you don't know how you don't know, but the Grizzlies basically on a G League team out there, man. You know what? You know the product they're running out there. I like this matchup. Quickly should be able to take full advantage of the team on the other side over there. I like getting to some Quickly at 6,800 going against these Grizzlies. At the shooting guard spot, man, I'm staying with my boy. I like the price tag on him over here. 8,400 Ant Edwards going against the Charlotte Hornets, man. Hoping they can keep it competitive here in this spot. Minnesota is one of the better defensive teams. They've been playing very well this season. One of the top teams in the NBA right now. Charlotte Hornets, we have a questionable tag on LaMelo Ball. Maybe he's back. That'll definitely help keep this game closer, but he should be able to do what he wants against this Hornets team, man. There's nobody over there that can defend him. He is the guy for this Timberwolves club. He is the alpha over there. Give me some Anthony Edwards. Love this price tag. Love the matchup. He should be able to take full advantage of it here in this spot. All right? At the small forward, trying to get a little value. A little off-the-wall piece I don't think nobody will go to, but Kelly Oubre here in this spot against the San Antonio Spurs. Now, got to pray they can keep it close. But if you've been watching me for a while, you know what I always say. If the game is expected to be a blowout, I like to look at the role players. And that's what we have in this situation. Philly a heavy favorite. A lot of times, guys, in those blowout situations, not saying the stars can't have a good game, but they typically don't really hit their ceiling. Even though they can, they superstars. But typically what leads to the blowout is the role players having good games, like Kelly Oubre starting the game hot, like 4 or 5 from 3 or something like that. That what tends to lead to blowouts is role players having bigger games, because the stars typically get theirs night in and night out. That's why they're that price tag, and you can pretty much bet on them being consistent. But when you're talking blowouts, it usually comes from other role players having bigger than expected games. So I like looking at Kelly Oubre right here. Great matchup against the Spurs. Not really worried about it. Wemby should be in there, so it should be some rim protection to worry about. Even though he got the battle with Embiid down there, that's going to be an interesting matchup. But it could lead to a little more outside shooting with big Wemby down there patrolling the paint. So I like Kelly Oubre right here. Hopefully he can get off to that hot start like I'm talking about. Hit a couple of those first threes he takes, and you know all he needs to see is a few go in, and he don't mind chucking them. So I like getting the Kelly Oubre here at 5,400 for a little value piece in this matchup. At the power forward spot, I want to look at Jaren Jackson Jr., man, 7,900. Like I just said, he's probably the only true NBA starter left on this Grizzlies team, him and Bane. It's their show. I like this matchup for him. No real inside presence for him to worry about down there with no Jakob Poeltl. Should get some of the younger fella, Jonte Porter, a little smaller Thad Younger, be out there checking him. This is the perfect matchup for him. I'm not really worried about foul trouble for Jaren Jackson here in this spot, although you always have to worry about foul trouble with Jaren Jackson, as they don't have a guy that they play through in the paint, i.e. they don't have a star down there that's going to get the ball on the block and play through him. So Jackson shouldn't have to have a offensive threat that he has to check on ball. So it could be a lot of help defense and some more blocks for him here in this spot. I like getting the Jaren Jackson here at 7,900. All right, and then coming in at the center spot, I hope they don't play with me. I hope they don't play with me, but I want to look at Wendell Carter Jr. We saw him move back into the starting lineup. We saw him get 30-plus minutes, so that's all great for this price tag here. And Wendell Carter Jr. is a guy that has 40-point upside we've seen before in the past. I don't mind getting to him here in this spot at 5,400, provided he's still in the starting lineup. We're going to double check. But like I said, as long as they don't play with me and play with his minutes, let him start, let him get them 30-plus minutes. I'm a like a lot of Wendell Carter Jr. here, especially at this price tag. All right, there you have it, man. Your starting five for DraftKings: Emmanuel Quickly, Anthony Edwards, Kelly Oubre, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Wendell Carter Jr. Man, get you some exposure to these guys. Give me your player pools. They for sure gonna be in mine. All right, let's go look at FanDuel and see what I'm liking over there, man. Oh, got it pulled up already for you. You see it. And another thing, sorry for the tardiness, guys. A little behind schedule today. Normally videos come out like 7:30, closer to 7 up there. So a little behind schedule today, but I got it for y'all, man. At the top over here on FanDuel, Emmanuel Quickly, 7,300. Like I said, fair price on him. Love to match up against the Grizzlies. He should be able to take full advantage against the team the Grizzlies is rolling out there. At the shooting guard spot, stand with my man Anthony Edwards. Slightly more expensive over here, but I'm perfectly fine. Does not matter to me. Like I said, he should absolutely cook these Hornets teams. They don't have any real good on-ball defenders over there to stop him from doing what he wants. And Anthony Edwards is the type of player, even if you did, he's one of the top young talents. He's able to go out there and get his pretty much against anybody. Sign me up for Anthony Edwards today. At the small forward, I want to look at Chris Middleton. Another spot, guys, where it's expected to be a blowout here. Bucks heavy favorite. And once again, I want to look to a role player. Chris Middleton, I don't mind this 7K price tag. Performance has been very sporadic up and down this season, but I like getting to him in this spot. Once again, like I said, if it's a blowout, it usually comes from the role players having bigger than expected games. You know what I mean? So I like looking at Chris Middleton right here going against the Detroit Pistons, who they should be able to handle very easily. And we got an added boost of Giannis being probable. He should play, but if for whatever reason he misses, that's only going to boost Middleton and Lillard and guys like that for the Bucks. So like Middleton right here, it could possibly get better for him. At the power forward spot, I want to stay with P.J. Washington here, 5,800. Now, Nick Richards is still questionable, so we're going to need that news that he is out before we move ahead with this play. But if P.J. Washington is still starting, I like him here in this spot. He's been getting the run the last couple of games, been getting heavy foul trouble. Well, the things that are different about this game is they don't have a post player that they play through. So, similar to Jaren Jackson, he's not going to have to really worry about on-ball defense if he's starting at center against Gobert, because Gobert is not really involved in the offense that heavily, so he could be able to help out, some steals, maybe a sneaky cheap block or two here and there. But I like getting the PJ Washington if Nick Richards is still out. Nice little value piece. Like I said, we shouldn't have to worry about the foul trouble. I'm expecting to see 30-plus minutes. Should be live for a double-double in this spot if he's starting at the center. All right, and then rounding out, you can already see, man, I want to look at Wendell Carter Jr., 6,600. Price is a little more expensive over here on FanDuel, but in totality, when you look at all the centers and their price ranges over here on FanDuel, he's actually a pretty fair price compared to everybody else. I would like him to be in that 5K range still, but like I said, he has 40-point upside. I'm perfectly fine going to him at 6,600. Like I said, a little more than I want to pay, but I'm okay with it. If he's getting the start and he's going to get those 30-plus minutes, I think he can pay off this price tag, all right? So there you have it, man. Your starting five for FanDuel: Wendell Carter Jr., P.J. Washington, Chris Middleton, Anthony Edwards, and Emmanuel Quickly. Man, get you some exposure to these guys. Get them in your player pools. They for sure gonna be in mine, all right? That's gonna do it for us here today, man. Y'all know the motto: chances make champions. Y'all green up. I'll catch y'all next time, all right? Let's get it.